Okay, let's go to Victoria Gatenby, who's live for us in Doha. Victoria, so more warnings from Iran about more ports. What do we know about what's going on in the UAE right now?
Yeah, so in the last 30 minutes or so, Iranian media have warned people in the UAE to immediately move away from three ports, Jebel Ali, Khalifa and Fujairah, because they say US military personnel are concealed within civilian facilities in those areas, and therefore those ports have become a legitimate target, according to the Iranians, and there will be attacks on those places in the coming hours. Now, this comes off the back of that fire in Fujairah port earlier. That is a crucial oil hub that allows the UAE to get oil from its inland oil hubs through pipelines and to that port, and then they can go out through the Gulf of Oman and into the Indian Ocean, and those oil exports can continue. So the Iranian media saying those ports are being targeted because of the presence of US military personnel, but some may say that the Iranians are looking at those ports as a way to destabilize the oil price further and put more pressure on the UAE and its allies.
And Victoria, in Doha, we had the Ministry of Defense confirm interceptions over Doha late last night, just as residents in the downtown areas were rushed to shelters. All this is different from what people here have experienced before. What is being made of that?
Yeah, people here have been forced to a certain extent to become accustomed to the sound of missiles and drones being intercepted over the skies of Doha, but they haven't seen wide-scale evacuations. There was one evacuation in the area surrounding the US Embassy just over a week ago, and then they evacuated a residential area around there. But then in the early hours of this morning, two residential areas were evacuated, one in downtown Msheireb. That's a place where people live in apartments. There are office blocks in that area, and the other was in Education City, which is the main area for the universities in Doha, so students had to be evacuated. It's also very close to the Women and Children's Hospital, the main one here in Doha. So it is very different what's happened over the last 24 hours or so. People had to shelter in basements. That threat level was raised about 90 minutes after the Ministry of Interior had issued that evacuation order. There were the sounds of missiles being intercepted again successfully. The threat level was lowered, but then 4 hours later it was raised again and there was a second attack.
Okay, thank you for that. Victoria Gatenby with that update from Doha.